Alongside our director of scouting, Craig Budden. Craig, when the Canadian national junior team announced its roster on Wednesday for the upcoming World Junior in Sweden, they left one spot open up front. There are 6 eligible players currently in the NHL who could return to junior if their teams make them available. Could you see somebody getting the nod, and could you see an NHL club releasing the player to join Team Canada?
Gino, when they named 12 forwards, I think that that was an indication that Hockey Canada has a level of optimism that they could get a player from an NHL team. Is it going to be Connor Bedard? No, it's not going to be Connor Bedard. But you leave it a little bit. Even if that possibility is low, you want to go off of that and consider that they can get near to the tournament before they have to name their final roster. And if that possibility does exist, then there's no sense in taking 13 forwards overseas and then having to send somebody back. If they don't get an NHL player, they can take one of the players that they just released and say, hey, we need you to come over. I would imagine, Gino, that they probably already talked to a player that they have told and say, hey, stay ready. This is the situation for us. You would be the 13th forward, but we have to leave ourselves open for the possibility we might get an NHL player. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a high possibility, but I think that that is the reason they're taking 12. They'll give themselves time, the NHL teams, to consider what they want to do with a player that could go to Team Canada, and then they go from there. They will start the tournament with 13 players in the forward group, but they don't have to name it right now. And there's always a hope that you can get a Zach Benson, perhaps a Matt Poitras from Boston, and try to go from there. And if not, you bring one of the players that were already in your camp.
Team Canada heads over to Sweden on Thursday. The open training camp up in Malmo. Tune-up games begin next Tuesday. And of course, Canada kicks off the tournament on Boxing Day against the Finns.